Hey guys, Now Spectator here.
And Zombie Killer 101.
Today we are going to be bringing you episode 3 of Elfen Lied.
Yeah!
The episode starts out with Coda undressing New because in the previous episode her clothes got wet and she's like a little kid so she can't do it herself. But Yuka walks in on him and is like,
what the fuck?
So you on that nasty with her? Oh, you getting down with her like that? And then she smacks him and all that. Later in the episode, she asked him, "Do you remember that day when we were younger and we were at that amusement park?" And he says no.
Also, Fetty says no.
Oh, he doesn't say it. He's like, what? And I mean,
she gets mad.
She gets mad. She smacks him like hard
and walk off.
She calls him she yells, "You jerk! I hate you!" And then it's like, okay. He gets sick.
Cold.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. That's what they say.
Well, I'm saying he has a cold, right?
Pretty much.
Right.
No, fever.
Yeah. Okay.
So, he's in bed and he asks New, "Can you give me some water?" And that reminded me of like Avatar.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, water. And then she brings like a shoe, by the way.
On some dummy stuff.
And I mean, Momo, he brought back
all kinds of stuff.
And he brought back like whistles, a watermelon, whistles, watermelon.
Yeah. Statues, sticks.
Yeah, berries, water. Because she comes and she's leaving some clothes for New, and New runs out, and she's like, "Coda, I don't want to talk to you. I hate you still." It's like, okay, not even Coda, but okay. So she turns around and sees New. She's like, "Water," and she basically starts taking care of Coda. Then it cuts to, what's her name again? Number 7. Yeah, number 7. She is like all messed up. She's like
Lucy's sister in a way.
Like almost.
They're like created by the same people, and she just happens to be a professor.
Yep. So she's all locked up and stuff, and then she goes like, "Papa?" And you see that it's the chief walking up to her. By the way, she's all covered in blood and naked.
I'm here to ask for help.
You see the people behind the wall watching her talk to the chief, and she goes, "Why does she call her Papa? Why does she call him Papa?" And then he explains that she's been through so much, like all this experiments, he says, worse than torture. So, I mean, she kind of just latched onto him, and if she didn't, she probably would have died a long time ago. Almost like he's her support system.
Pretty much. And the funny part about it is like, that's more of a daughter to him than his own daughter.
Exactly.
Which you're going to see later in the series, which is kind of fucked up.
It is.
Like, this whole series is just a bunch of, like...
It's just so...
bull.
What the...
But it's good, though. It's really good.
And we urge you guys to watch it.
It's mind-blowing, really.
So, then, he's telling her, "I want you to go find somebody to be able to track her." And she's like, "I can't... I want you to go kill somebody." So, "I can't kill anybody." And he goes, "It's Diclonius." Uh-oh. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm all game.
Right.
Let's do it."
Let's get it.
Okay, so it cuts back to the house, and Coda is getting better, but he's still a little bit sick, and he's cleaning. I mean, I'd be mad.
What have you used? Well,
I that's happened to me.
What, you was sick?
I've been sick. And my mom made me like dust off the borders of the floor, something like that, and I was mad.
I'd have been like, "Nigga, I'm gonna get in the bed. What you talking about?" I would throw up on purpose just to get in the bed.
Yeah, like turn on Barbara Walters.
What?
I mean,
This man said turn on Baba Walters.
No, what? Race cars. Like NASCAR and stuff. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Get a beer. Help. So, when Yuka, she goes in to get New another rag.
Right.
She gets all close to, Coda, trying to clean. He's like, no, get out of here, it's mine.
Right, this is my cleaning session.
And then, he's like,
he's scrubbing a mess out their floor.
And elbow grease his elbow work accidentally hits her in the boob. And she's all like, oh.
And she like, oh, what you trying to do there?
I mean, she didn't say anything, but it's obvious that she liked it. So then she takes his hand. And then she's like, New. And he was like, what? I'm just like, when I watched that, I'm like, okay.
Right.
She doesn't know what water is, but she obviously knows
what that is.
Exactly. So, she's, I'm not gonna lie, she starts getting it in with him.
Right.
She's
just all the groping.
I'm like. And then he was like, do you want me to squeeze it? I'm like, okay, could this be more porn? High School of the Dead, man, that's just straight up fan service, but this is on that kinky stuff, messed
they
up.
don't play no games.
I left the room for a little bit when I saw it. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
I'm like, whoa, bro. Whoa.
Okay. So, he squeezes it and she goes, yeah. I'm like,
that's crazy.
It was just so dirty. And the best part, Yuka
was in the room whole time. And
she's like, oh, look at this, the love affair. I'm like, oh snap. And then you just hear
she gave him the pimp hand. And then a little bit later in the episode, you had this little girl who witnessed that mercenary get demolished by Lucy. She witnessed that, her and her little dog. And she also, found Coda's umbrella at the beach. So she was like, I'm just trying to return your stuff, trying to be cool.
But he freaks out. And he was like, I'd love to ask you some questions.
Right.
And pulls her into the house, which, it was a little weird the way he did it. But then Yuka, being her weird and kinky self, she gets all another girl?
Hey, she be on that dirt. She is so mad that Coda got all these girls, and then
here's the thing. First of all,
but she 12, so
exactly. No, she's not even. She's 10. What is he gonna do?
Right.
I can understand New, because that's
a whole 32-year-old woman, probably.
Wow, that's 16, but okay.
I was way off.
No, they're all 18, something like that.
But still, whole grown woman, pretty much.
And she's just getting mad because, seriously, statutory.
I'm saying.
What is he gonna do?
Right. So she gets.
But she's still freaking out again. And I think the most important part of this episode is when they flash back to that day at the carnival. She's doing these cutouts of different shapes.
Right.
And I think it's something that they do in Japan. I have no idea. But she keeps cracking hers, and he's like, wow, you really suck at this.
Damn. Ready.
And, she goes, oh, you can do better. He's like, yeah.
Took it, pro at it.
He did it, top, 5 seconds.
Dang.
He did his.
Man, her look stupid.
And then she was like, just watch. Next time you see me, I'm gonna be a pro at it. No problem. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then he makes a promise. If you can do it, perfectly, I'll do whatever you want.
That's a bold promise.
It is.
He was confident that she couldn't do nothing.
And, basically she's all you best believe
it's gonna happen.
You gonna be rubbing my feet, feeding me grapes. That's a little dirty, but. But
yeah, so the little girl comes in with her dog, and they talk a little bit about what happened that day.
And this whole time, Lucy, New, I didn't say Lucy.
Right.
New is cleaning, and she sees that, that box that plays Lilium.
Yeah.
And, she's
awesome song, by the way.
It is. You know, we play at the beginning. So she's like looking at it and all that, playing with it. She stands up. She starts walking. She slips on her rag. And she hits her head.
And you already know what that goes.
Be right back.
And you already know what goes down once she hits her head. What the heck? So basically, what happens after she hit her head is she turns into Lucy.
And awesome. It's so funny. So
I thought she was gonna kill the dog, cause the dog. Wait, no, cause look, I can't say that. The dog was outside and it was barking, and it's got this built up music, like it's building up to like something to happen.
And then you hear the sound effects of her vectors, and I'm like, no!
She killed him. Then the dog started barking, and you like, oh my god, the dog's dead. Go outside. It's just sitting there.
Like, when the girl goes outside, she's like, oh no, where's my dog? She's like, I think it's called, like, Gonta or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's, like, screaming for it. It comes up, and its leash is cut.
Right.
And, I mean, that kind of coincides with something else in the series. You'll see.
I don't know.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
You already know, though.
I do?
Yes.
Alright.
So yeah, I mean, pretty good episode.
Yeah, me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and give it that 4.5.
I would say 4 out of, I'd say 4 out of 5, only because Yuka, she just gets on my nerves. Like, yeah, like seriously, shut the.
That's the only reason why
front door.
I don't like it, cause I mean, think about it. My man's face was hurting. How many times he got slapped? My man's face was permanent bruised. So. And
I mean, the whole thing. The only reason I'm so freaking out about it is I mean, I'm pretty sure that the culture is different in Japan, but that's his cousin.
Exactly.
What is she getting all worked up for? I mean, seriously.
Ain't even like that. I guess because they don't really hang out, and he don't really live with.
I mean, I can understand if one of them was adopted or something like that, and it wasn't true, but still. It's still messed up. So that's
your whole Cuzzo.
Cuzzo?
Cuzzo.
Okay, I get 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4.5.
Something I also really liked in this episode is almost, it seems like there's going to be a pattern now. Like, in the previous episode, actually in the last 2 episodes, there's been a switch from Lucy to New, and it seems like that's gonna happen in every episode, and I'm like, it's pretty awesome because it almost leaves you guessing how the switch is gonna happen. Right. Like the first time she gets shot in the head,
dang,
almost died. Yeah. She should have died. She was unconscious. Second time she gets hit over the head by the soldier, and this time she slips and drops the